Hi everyone! Today, to get into the Christmas spirit, we're going to be drawing a cute gingerbread fox. Nothing too complicated, just something cozy and fun. If you want to support us, you can buy our coloring book that we recently made, link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to Art with Sienna and Olivia for more fun tutorials. Ready? Let's get started. The first thing we're going to be doing is tapping this plus right here in the right hand corner. We're going to tap screen size. And now we have a nice white canvas. Now for our colors, we are going to grab the color palette, which you can find in the description if you want the same colors that I'm going to be using. And we're going to tap the first color in the first row. Now we can just drag our color into our canvas. And now we have our background color. Now we're going to go to these two stacked squares. This is the layers panel. And we're going to tap the plus, so we have a new layer above our background layer. And we are going to choose the second color in the first row. Now for our brush, we are going to be using Outline, which is a custom brush that I made, but you can find it in the description below. And then we're going to go to this wrench right here. We're going to make sure canvas is selected. We're going to tap drawing guide, say edit drawing guide. Then we're going to have these options on here, 2D grid, isometric, perspective, and symmetry. So we're going to choose symmetry. Then we can tap the check. And now on layer 2, we can see our layer is assisted, which means that if we have the second color in the first row, we can lower our brush size, and if we draw a line, tap and hold for quick shape, it mirrors on the other side. So now we have kind of our, you could say, ground that our fox is going to sit on. So we can drag the color in, so now it's filled. Now that we have our background and our ground, we are going to make a new layer, tap on it, say drawing assist, and we're going to start with our fox. So we're going to choose the first color in the second row, this ginger color, and we can zoom in now to our canvas a bit, and then we can draw this slightly curved shape that connects in the middle. So this is our fox's head. This is good. So that's good. Now we can go with the ear. It's going to be like a triangle shape, but rounded at the top. So like this. You can take multiple tries. I think this looks good. And then now at this tip right here, the bottom of the ear, we're going to do a curved motion going out. So like this, round it in, and then bring it in. So you can take multiple tries to get that just right. And if it gets slightly wobbly down here, you can just take the eraser. Oops, this ornament moved. Let's just move that over here. We can tap our eraser, make sure it's set to outline, make it a bit bigger, and just erase, and then repaint. Perfect, so now we have our fox's face, so we can drag the color in to fill it in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our layers, make a new layer above our face layer, tap on this layer, we're going to say drawing assist, and then now let's choose the fourth color in the second row, make our brush bigger, 40%, we're going to come in here and draw this oval shape. This is our fox's eyes. So we can leave that for now, make our brush a bit smaller, and let's make a triangle shape for the nose, and a nice cute smile, just like that. Now let's choose this color right here, so that is the fifth color on the second row. And we're going to make this little highlight right here, this brown highlight, make it a bit smaller at the bottom of our fox's eyes, just like this. And then we can grab this white color, sixth color in the second row, and we're gonna make a white highlight. Perfect, this looks very cute. So you can see these are very cute eyes for our fox. So now that we have our facial features for our fox, we can tap on the base color, make a plus, tap on layer 5 and say clipping mask, then tap on it again and say drawing assist. So now what clipping mask does is whatever we draw will show up only on this base color of our face, not on the eyes and anything else. So what we're going to do is now choose this color, second color in the second row. And we're going to come in here and we're going to start at the edge of the nose. We can zoom out a bit. And we're going to make a curved motion that goes over the eyes and then comes down and then ends right there. And then now we can just make our brush bigger and color this in. Make sure you stay inside the lines. You can zoom in, make the brush smaller. color all that. Perfect. So now we are done with this little detail on the face. And then now we can come in here into the ears and we can draw just like the inner part of the ears, like the white part. This is all just for detail. So we can color this in. We can make this line here on the bottom more straight. Perfect. Now we are gonna merge those two layers together. And now we're gonna make a layer above this layer. Tap on it, say drawing assist. And then now we're gonna grab this color right here, third color in the second row. And we're gonna come in here and make our brush bigger. Let's go for 40%. And we're gonna make a circle right here. Like a little, like some of the circles underneath the eye. So we can do like that. Let's actually make it a bit bigger. And now we're gonna go to this wand. And then we are gonna tap on Gaussian blur, slide to the right. And now we have this nice blur for our fox's blush or cheeks. Let's go for, we don't want to blur too much. Let's go for 5 or 6%. You can just tap the wand to get out of it. Perfect, so now we have our fox's face. So now we can merge all these layers together. We can go to this little arrow right here and make it smaller. So we have more space for the body now. Now let's go back to our ground layer, make a layer above that so we have a layer underneath our fox's face. Tap this layer and turn on drawing assist. Now we're going to choose this color, this red color, that is the 7th color in the second row. And we are going to do a scarf. So scarves and kawaii style drawings are really easy. You just gotta start at the neck and then or start at the bottom of the face and make a loop motion, a curved motion, and then connect it in the middle. And since we have symmetry on, it's super easy. Since if we just draw one part on one side, it will show up on the other. So now let's make sure we connect this. So we can connect this from underneath the fox's face. So this is when we drag in the color, it won't just fill in the entire screen. So now we can drag in the color like this. Perfect, so now we have a scarf, but we still need to add a few more things. So let's go back to our brush. And also let's turn off drawing assist. We are gonna make, I don't know what this part of the scarf is called, but it's just one part that like when you fold it over, it shows up on the bottom. So just to add some detail, we can color it in. It kind of looks like a long U, so just make a shape like that. Then we're gonna make a layer above the scarf layer, tap on it, tap clipping mask, and then grab this darker red. And we're gonna make a shadow on the top half of the scarf that the fox's face is making. And then over here on this part, to make a line like this. And then on the right side too. Perfect, so now this looks really good. It has shading and it looks really good. So we can merge that layer together, merge it with the face as well. Then we're gonna make a layer underneath the face and the scarf, tap on it, and then turn on drawing assist. So we're gonna go back to our first color of the second row, this ginger color. And we're gonna make the arms now. So it's just a really simple shape like this. It kind of looks like an umbrella handle. And then we're gonna make the feet. So we're gonna start about right here. And we're gonna make a curved motion that comes in like this and then stop. So it looks like a backward C. And then we're gonna come here on the tips of the feet and make a line that connects in the middle. So it's slightly curved, but not too much. And then we are going to make sure this end is connected to this end. You can just connect it like that. Then we're gonna drag this color in. So now you can see that we have the body of our fox, but we need some shading to make it more clear where the arms and feet are. So what we're gonna do is we are going to make clipping mask on this layer, make a new layer, turn on clipping mask, and then we are gonna grab this color right here, last color in the second row. Let's make our brush a bit smaller. And we're gonna come in here, make sure drawing assist is selected on our layer, and we are gonna start right about here and make a curved motion like this, almost as if it's following the foot. And then another curved motion like this. So this is the shading that our foot is making against the body. And then we're also gonna do one right here. So we're just adding some shading right now. So now you can see our fox looks way more 3D. And they can come in here also for the hand. Just like that. So now we have our shading. So now you can see that where the arm starts and ends, also where our foot starts and ends, so it looks more clear and definite. So now what we're going to do is we are going to grab this color right here. That is the second to last color in the second row. And we're going to come in here and we're going to just do some little paw prints. So a big oval and then 3 smaller ones. Let's actually redo this oval so it covers more of the foot. And then the smaller circles. Make this one smaller. And then let's also come in here and let's actually go back to our original base layer for our body of our fox. Make a new layer above this so it's underneath the rest of the shading layer. We're going to turn on drawing assist. And now what we're going to do is make this wavy pattern. So follow this, and we can color this in. And the reason why we're doing a new layer for this, because I want this layer to be underneath this shading layer. So we just made a new layer for that. Perfect, our fox is looking so cute. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some buttons on our fox. So we're gonna grab the first color in the third row. And let's go ahead and go to our layers and we can merge all that together and then make a new layer and then turn on drawing assist. So let's come in here and let's do maybe 2 buttons. So we'll draw a circle, draw another one underneath it, and let's go back to our layers, turn off drawing assist. And then we're gonna grab this light pink right here, second color in the third row, and we're gonna just draw this light circle on the left side of this circle right here. And then we're gonna tap on this layer, and then we're gonna tap alpha lock, which means that we won't be able to draw anywhere except on the circle, as you can see here. So now we're gonna take third color in the third row and make kind of a moon shape on the right bottom half of this circle. So this is for shadow. We can make this one a bit thicker. That looks good. We can turn off alpha lock and then merge with the body, and then we can also merge with the face. So now our gingerbread fox is almost done. We just have to add the tail. So let's make a layer underneath our gingerbread fox, and we're not going to do drawing assist. Let's grab the first color in the second row, and we're just going to make a curved motion like this. You gotta do some multiple tries, like this almost. So you're gonna come like this, it's gonna go in more rounded, and then you're gonna bring it back down. And then let's just connect it over here, then drag in the color. So now we have the tail. We can fix some things here. We can take our eraser and then you can just clean some edges here. Make this more rounded if you want. I think that looks good. It looks very tail-y. And then now we are going to make a new layer above the tail, do clipping mask. Grab this original white right here. That's the second color in the second row. And we're going to just make the tip of the tail that most foxes have, this white part. You can just color it in by hand. To me, it kind of looks like frosting, which looks good because this is a gingerbread fox. That's perfect. And now what we can do is we can tap on the tail, make a new layer above that. It's already clipping mask. We're going to tap on this little N right here, and we're going to scroll up to multiply. So now you'll see what this does. So you're going to tap with your finger to get this color. Now when we come in here, it's not going to do this color, but the darker version of that color. That's what multiply does. So we're going to come in here and do some shading. So now you can see we have some shading, but this looks too strong for me. So what you can do is you can go back to this layer, tap on the M and lower the opacity. So let's move this. And then we can just lower the opacity. Let's go for 60%. That looks good. And then we can merge all these tail layers together. Perfect. So now our gingerbread fox is done. So let's make it a bit smaller. Let's put it right here. So now we can turn off the draw assist by going to the wrench, going to canvas, and just turning off this button. So now that annoying line isn't there. When we focus on now the shadow that our fox is creating on the ground, let's go to our ground layer, tap the plus. We're going to go back to multiply. Turn on clipping mask. And we're just going to make a shadow on the ground. Let's also turn on drawing assist. We're going to make a shadow on the ground. Like this. Let's make it very realistic looking. So we can also add a bit of shadow here that the tail is making. Just like that. But I think this looks good. Now I'm going to lower the opacity again. Move this so I can see it. Let's go for 60% again. And that looks good. And then now let's just do one final touch, which is adding some snow. So let's grab this last color in the third row. And we're going to switch our brush to the round brush, which you can find in painting. Round brush. Let's make it 12%. That's a good size. And with our Apple Pencil or even your finger, you can just tap in random places. You can also experiment with the sizes to make some snow. Let's make one that's this size. And if you feel like there's too much snow, what you can do is just erase some. So that one, I don't think. This one's, you can delete. Maybe we can keep that. Delete that one. And maybe we can add one more right here. So now we can merge our layers together. And then, okay, I think we are now done. Wow, this fox turned out so cute, and I hope yours did too. If you had fun in this tutorial and learned something new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss an upload. See you in the next video. Bye!